Your energy and willpower are like a limited pool. When you wake up in the morning and decide what to wear, when you go grocery shopping and contemplate what you should have for dinner, even if you're thinking about when to brush your teeth, it all requires willpower. Over the course of the day, you use the limited amount of willpower you have to make decisions, small and large. If you run out, you become apathetic, saying things like "I don't care," you decide. During sleep, however, the pool refills so that you can make more choices the next day. So, there are only two things you can reasonably do to increase that willpower. 1. Use less from the pool. 2. Widen or deepen the structure of the pool. Number 1 simply refers to habits. The more habits you set up, the more you ingrain certain things into a routine, and the less willpower it causes to make that decision. Wearing the same clothes every Monday, brushing your teeth at the same time, eating the same breakfast, and working out with the same routine all make your willpower last longer so that you can use it for things that matter. For this reason, it's important that you set up a plan in advance and create things to fall back upon. Any decision you make, no matter how small, tugs at your willpower. So to reduce your expenditures, you must reduce the number of decisions you make and go into a more automated mode. Think about it. How much willpower does it really cost you to brush your teeth? Probably not much, if anything at all. You don't think about it. At this point, it's so natural that you just do it, no questions asked. Meaning whatever habits or routines you commit, follow through with them until they become automated. Choose to establish fewer routines and instead go so deep in the ones you do commit to that they become automated. Once they are truly set in stone, you can start on the next one. To widen the pool, you must push on the boundaries of the existing pool. This is essentially the opposite approach to the one above. To increase the amount of willpower in your pool, you must force yourself to make more decisions on a daily basis. Means you decide what you will have for breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day, where to go out, what to do there, when to get up, and you decide it anew each and every day, never repeating yourself. Instead of being a follower, having your partner decide everything, and even instead of waiting for friends to come to you, you need to be the one that acts first. This will be very strenuous and very hard on you. Most days your apathy will begin to get the best of you as you simply do not want to make another choice. You will fall over dead tired and exhausted at the end of the day, but after a couple of weeks, you will already notice that the decisions are less draining. To do this, do as many new things as you can each and every day, and decide on the morning of that day. This will push you to use your willpower straight away, and will get you to your limit faster. Remember that willpower, even for habits, always boils down to the choices that you make, and each choice you make requires energy. Get used to the feeling of being empty and still acting. It is a characteristic that far too few people have nowadays. How to refuel your willpower. There are two ways you can replenish your willpower tank. The first is through food and the second is through rest. There is a positive correlation between glucose levels and self-control. High glycemic index foods, primarily made up of food high in carbs and sugars, provides a quick burst of willpower and results in a crash. Therefore, this is a non-sustainable source of willpower. Low glycemic index foods, primarily made up of foods high in protein including nuts, beans, vegetables, and whole grains, is slow acting but will last for a much longer duration. Your next option is to get rest. Something as short as a 15-20 minute power nap can even make a difference. Although you primarily want to be getting a good night's sleep so that your willpower will last throughout the day without having to take a nap. Strengthen your willpower. So we know willpower is a limited resource, but like a muscle, when exercised can become stronger. Here are some daily willpower training exercises. Habit formation. Developing habits is the best way to practice your self-discipline because it takes time, effort, and willpower to create a habit. The more you engage in a new activity every day, the higher the chances you'll make it a habit. Start practicing good habits in your life and exercise your willpower at the same time. Learn to say no. Derek Sivers wrote a great blog post called Hell Yeah or No. What he said was, when faced with a decision, if your answer is anything short of hell yeah, then just say no. Another way to develop willpower is to quit something for 30 days. I've recently taken 30 days off alcohol and caffeine, and I'm just finishing a 30-day intermittent fast. Taking time off from something you consume regularly can help you learn to say no and develop self-discipline. I've also found to have better control over my caffeine and alcohol consumption since doing these challenges, to an increase in self-awareness. Get uncomfortable daily. Getting uncomfortable exerts willpower, especially when it's intentional. You can do this by taking advantage of growth opportunities. These are moments where you face an opportunity to do what's easy or what is right. Sometimes what is right is easy, but a lot of the time making the right decisions takes self-discipline. I take a 2-minute cold shower every morning. It feels great after a workout. But over time, what used to be very uncomfortable isn't so bad anymore. I use it as a reminder that repetition creates comfort. Attach yourself to nature. Planting trees, keeping surroundings clean, etc. because our soul is directly connected to natural energy, we accept it or not. Then why we always feel good near water, greenery, and clean air. Firstly, you will start getting positive vibes from nature itself. Be there. If you can reach the place of action, you will surely do it. Have ever said I don't want to eat but your friends ordered forcefully and while watching them you couldn't stop yourself? Where you reached a party place with a half mind to celebrate and suddenly after some time, you find it the most enjoyable moment. So reach to your gym if you don't feel like a workout comes back to your bed. Already more than half of our youth are already sleeping. And you will be one more add-on, no big deal. Bluff your mind. You know works in the same manner we want him to. We always enjoy the crowd in discos, but the same crowd keeps annoying us in supermarket. You can wait for the movie of your favorite star but can't hold your breath in traffic. It's just the way we look at things. See them in a different way and remember you can always make something out of nothing. Write it down. Make a to-do list of your routine things and keep adding each task that you want but not doing. Mark every day when you complete that task. It will work for your gym schedule.